Hey everyone, GoBots here, back today with a brand new week ahead preview show here on the channel for Madden 20 franchise with the Dallas Cowboys. We're going to be looking at the week ahead, which is week 10 against the Washington Redskins. The Cowboys got to bounce back after a rough one. We did not play well overall in this game against the Eagles, as you may have seen on the game or the post-game highlight show, but we got to go ahead and we got to look ahead to the road coming up, and we got to bounce back in a big way because we are struggle bus right now. We need to go ahead. I want to try to get Christian Covington in here. I don't know what was the issue with the contract. Why would he not sign? Okay, we'll try to offer this the max contract. We can get him. Nope. Okay, that's it. So I don't think we're gonna be able to re-sign any of these yellow dudes. We're gonna have to just draft and draft well overall. But we have some concerns, y'all. We'll get to the injuries here in a bit, but let's go ahead and let's get to the key spots we're going to need to re-sign, and that being on defense especially. We need to be able to go after a strong safety. So let's go look at some of these guys late in the draft and see if any of them. That guy's a 6th-round talent, undrafted talent. Richard Drew, 5th-round talent. We're going to keep an eye on him, add him to the board. Leo Cofield, nothing. We're focusing on these safeties right now. Early 5th-round talent there from him as well. Let's now go spend our last points here. Let's go look at linebacker. We've looked at a couple of these dudes. I want to search mid-round. Zeke Kerr, nothing going from him. So we're going to focus on linebackers at the last part of this draft. Let's go ahead and do our training, getting ready for the Washington Redskins. And on the road, again, we've been back-to-back division road games. The Eagles first, now the Redskins. It doesn't get easy, man. These rival road games are never easy games. And the way we've played this season, we've got to take advantage of every opportunity we get. So Drew Henry gets an upgrade here for a pass protector, now 73 overall. I really hope he's the future for our team on the O-line because we have some guys that are getting older. Cedric Wilson gets an upgrade, 71 overall receiver. And Jordan Barkley, our tight end rookie, who may now be walking into a starting spot given some injuries that the Cowboys have at the positions. That's what we're about to go look at now, is the injury. So Leighton Vander Esch is back from injury, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and look at the rest of the injury report. As Zeke is still out for 3 more weeks with a broken rib, or broken ribs, and Jarwin, who tore his abs, is now out for 5 weeks. So Jarwin is out. That means we're thin now at tight end, which means that Dalton Schultz is actually going to be the starting tight end now for the Cowboys here, followed by what's his name, Jordan Barkley at 70 overall. Our rookie tight end will now be the backup to Schultz. And then again, we have these rookies, Sinclair and Henry, both are rookies, to back up respectively to Smith and Frederick, or even Martin. But realistically, they're coming up in the future for us. But again, the main concerns we had with that last game were Pollard and Barber did not get it done for the Dallas Cowboys. We rushed very, very poorly, and that was felt in this game as the Cowboys are now 5-3, sharing, well, I would say sharing the lead in the division, but we're not. The Eagles beat us both times. They have the complete advantage now as the Bengals are the top team in football right now with a 7-1 record. They defeated us earlier in the season, if you do not remember, and they're now leading the AFC North over the Browns, who are both 7-1. What an exciting division there. In the AFC South, that's led right now by the Colts at 4-4. I wish I was in that division. The East is led by the 5-3 Jets, followed by the 5-3 Bills. The West is led by the 5-3 Chargers. The NFC North right now is deadlocked between the Lions and Packers, both at 4-4. The South is led by the 7-2 Panthers, followed by the 6-2 Saints. The East, the Cowboys are trailing right now the Eagles at 5-3. The Eagles again have the advantage with the 2 games over the Dallas Cowboys. The West right now is led by the Cardinals, just over the Seahawks, both teams at 5-3. Let's go ahead and look at the stats right now. As the stats, you see Dak 3rd in passing and yards, 20th in touchdowns, 37th in passers rating. Zeke is still 1st in rushing with 765 and 9 respectively, and Cooper leading the NFL in receiving yards, 23rd though, and touchdowns, and 3rd in receptions. Let's go ahead and look at all the guys we have here. So Zeke again been out injured. Dak's actually catching up to him in the rushing category with 424 yards and 5 touchdowns. Pollard has 293 with 1 touchdown. Receiving wise for the Cowboys right now is still it's Cooper's show. He's done a great job. Jarwin, Cobb, and Gallup following up all tight right there together with 2 touchdowns each. Let's go ahead and look at the league leaders in the NFL and see how everything's shaken out and who may be prospects for the NFL's most valuable player. Right now, Aaron Rodgers, over 4,200 yards passing, leads the NFL, followed by Matt Ryan and Dak Prescott. The touchdown leader in the league is Marcus Mariota with 21 touchdowns, as well as Case Keenum and Cam Newton. And the top guy who's thrown the most picks this year is Phillip Rivers with 9 picks this year. Dak, unfortunately, is now those 2 he had now at 8. 2 weeks ago, he had 2 interceptions. Now he has 8. So we've had a bad couple weeks with him throwing. A couple of those picks that we had, unfortunately, they were just, deep passes, and those sometimes happen. Rushing wise, again, Zeke leading the league in rushing, followed by Christian McCaffrey and Chris Carson, now entering into the 700 realm. He still leads the league in the most touchdown category with 9. That's 3 more than anybody else out there. The receiving, it is Cooper's show by over 100 yards over Tyreek Hill. And the top touchdown man in the league is still Cole Beasley, who has 10 touchdowns receiving this season. Absolutely amazing what he's been doing there for the Buffalo Bills as a slot receiver. The top tackler in the league is Jalen Smith with 75 tackles. Top defensive tackler for tackles for a loss is Samson Ibakam, who has 12 tackles for a loss. The top sack man in the league is Aaron Donald, who now has 13 sacks this season. And anybody have more? Yep, Xavier Howard has 4 picks this season, leading the NFL. So that's the way the stats are all shaken up right now in the NFL. The Cowboys, though, we've got to find a way to get back in that win column against the 3-5 Washington Redskins. And you will be seeing that game tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, Friday, here on the channel. Hopefully that upload still holds. I'm going to be out on, I'm leaving Thursday, actually. I'm recording this on a Tuesday. I'm leaving Thursday for a funeral in North Carolina, which is like 12, 14 hours away. So I'm trying to get as much recording done as possible. So hopefully I'm able to get all these out. If not, please bear in mind, family matters go first above everything else. So I hope you enjoyed today's week ahead preview show for week 10 with the Dallas Cowboys heading to Washington, getting ready to go up against the Redskins at FedEx Field on Friday's episode. But thanks so much for watching. Y'all have an outstanding day. Look forward to the return of Leighton Vander Esch back onto defense, and we'll see if those Dallas Cowboys are able to get back in the win column and maybe overtake those pesky Philadelphia Eagles. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you back here in the next video. Y'all take it easy.